Hello, it is the property tax season, so you might have already received your tax bill, how much you need to pay for your own home or your investment properties. So we are going to talk more from different point of views. What are the things related to property tax that you need to know? This is Floranita from Austin One Realty. So we have already talked to you a lot of different kind of things that related to real estate investment in Austin area or in Texas area. So follow us or comment below. Thank you. Why we need to pay property tax? It's because of the government or the public facilities will need to collect all the tax dollars. So when they collect the tax dollars, then they will be able to provide the public services. Schools, government jobs, fire departments, police departments, all of these really need taxpayers' money to help to support all these services. How much is your property tax? Actually, each area, each county, each division sometimes will come different because it is depends on your tax rate and multiply by county tax value. If the county assessment is 500K and then the tax rate is 2.5% for my house, for my area. So the property tax that I need to pay is 500K, the property tax value multiplied by the tax rate 2.5%. So equals to 7,500. That's the amount that I need to pay. Usually if you have already moved into your house as a homeowner, you are going to receive the tax bill from county. That's the amount you need to pay. But if you are a new home buyer, then you want to check how much you will need to pay for the property tax. You need to do a little bit of study of your tax rate. So if your house value multiplied by tax rate, sometimes the big difference can come out. Let's say the same house. It's one house, the property value is around 500K in city of Austin and the tax rate is only 2%. And then another house is Georgetown, 500K but the tax rate is 3%. So 500K multiplied by 2%, you need to pay 10K. I'm sorry. So if it's 500K multiplied by 3%, then you need to pay 15,000 different rate, tax rate in different cities, okay? Yeah, so pay attention to that. Appraisal value is assessed by the county, okay? They have their own way of calculate. The county does not really go into your house to look at all the upgrades and here. So if you're buying your home, if you have a loan lenders, or if you're going to refinance your house, or get home equity or line credit, HELOC, all of these, related to loan, pretty much they are going to request you to get appraiser to go in and get appraised value. So appraiser will go in to look at your house and really look at the upgrades and measure your number of total square footage for your house. So the county appraised value, most of time, it is lower than the appraiser's value, okay, as for this year. So as I mentioned earlier, the tax rate in each district are a little bit different. So tax rate actually is a sum, okay, combination of all these school districts, cities, counties, and sometimes it is mod or special district or not. Okay, that's how county did their tax rate by all of these combined together. When do I pay my tax? Okay, or when do you pay the tax? Around October or early November, a lot of people actually should receive their tax bill already. The deadline of the payment is January 31st next year. Okay, so if you work with CPA, like our CPA actually like to advise us, we need to pay it before end of the year. We cannot pay the tax and roll into next year. The CPA want everything to be complete this year. So for business owners, consider, doing it before the end of the year. But if you are a homeowner, you can definitely have a little bit of luxury time, by January 31st. The other thing you need to be aware, if you have the escrow account that your mortgage company actually is paying for you, you do not need to worry about it. But if you do not have escrow account that you decided you're going to pay your own tax, you bought your house with cash, you need to pay your own mortgage. So make a note yourself, you need to get all of this thing done by end of January. And another note reminder, if you don't get it paid by the due date end of January, then in February you will start to have penalties. How do you pay? Just double check with your own county. As for Travis County, okay, you can pay by cash, credit card, check, or you can do installment, like different kind of payments, like few payments. Okay, when you buy a house, and then it depends on what time frame of the year you close your deal, you close your house. If it's in the early of the year, a lot of times, okay, the title company might, send a credit to you, and then buyer pay it in end of year. But if it's later of the year, maybe it is the buyer pay and seller give the credit. It depends. Okay, so just be aware on the closing statement. It is a little bit different. It is sometimes the buyer pay for the whole year, seller give credit, or seller pay for the whole year, buyer will give the credit. And for new home, how much you are going to pay, it depends on the cutoff time for county to send out their property assessment. Maybe you're just going to pay the assessment of the lot only, then you're going to pay more next year. Or if the house is almost completed and the county has already assessed the value, then you're going to pay the completion of the house property tax. Okay? Can you get exemptions? Yes. So if you're qualified one of these few categories, you can get exemption. So if you're a homeowner, you can file homestay exemption. And if you are age of 65 plus, okay, you're going to get senior exemption, disabled exemption, or the disabled veterans. Okay, so if you're qualified to any of these, you can file exemptions, qualify, and then apply it into your get some benefits, bring it down your property tax. Okay, can I really argue or try to protest the appraisal value or the property tax with the county? Every year around April or May, if you feel like you're paying too much tax, you can protest your property tax with county. So either you can do it online or go to the county office, or you can hire. There are some different kind of organizations or companies that really do a good job to help you protect your property value. With all the different kind of points, do I help you to understand further more of tax related issues? Okay, if there is anything that you would like to discuss with me, feel free to private message me, or if you have different kind of experience for property tax, feel free to comment below. Thank you.